It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always. It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid as she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, believers and lunatics? Lunatics. There's a lot of these guys that are out here right now just telling you all kinds of what can only be described as nonsense and bullshit. And they told you that, oh, here we go a couple hours ago. It's going. We're going crazy. I keep telling you that we're not going crazy, right? They keep telling you, oh, here it comes. It's got all the symbols. It's got all the signs of it's going right now. And we're all going to be bajillionaires before nightfall. And it's all bullshit, guys. It's not happening yet. It's happening. But somebody here has to be the voice of reason. And since I am also the most handsome voice out here in the YouTube space, I might as well be the voice of reason, right? Story of my life, right? So anyway, we're going to look at the chart right now. I have cleaned up a chart, so it has no drawings on it. It has nothing on it, so everybody can see what this thing looks like. Everybody can get an idea. And by the way, we're only doing a half-hour show tonight. We're doing a very limited show. I want to get this out, but I want everybody to know what's going on, okay? First of all, here is where we are. This is what's been happening, okay? Now, if we take this at face value and we look at this as an accurate depiction, then we have formed right here a parallel channel, and that is how this thing's playing out right now. So that's where we are right now. Now, the last time we did this was right here. We did this parallel channel right here. Now, I want you to look at that. I want you to tell me how it ended. So it ended with this move happening right here and taking us down to this level. So if we take our bar pattern and we say, okay, so we're right here now, like we're right at the end of it, and it went down to right here. Let's take this. So where does that mean we're going? Well, if we play it the way that it says it is right now, then this is what's going to happen in the next little while. We're going to end up at about 1600. Now, that doesn't mean that we will actually end up at 1600, because these things, and this, by the way, that's D-Day. It's not to say that that's going to happen, because there's got to be a line. We have to at least be able to establish a precedence. But if we go over here and we see that this was a parallel channel to, and we look at what it did the same thing. And this is doing the same thing. This is going to do the same thing. Now, that being said, this is what I've been telling you guys all this time. This thing is coming down. And I don't know for sure when the next run, I don't, it's very difficult sometimes to really look at it and just say, this is the moment that it's going to happen or anything like that. here's the best we can do. We can look at the charts and we can say, right here, 3,300, there is a line of resistance. So right here at 33, right there. So there is one line that we know is going to be an issue. Here is another line right here that we are currently bouncing around on. And you can see it right here so many times, right here so many times. This 25 right now is probably going to be, this is basically 25.5. This is probably the biggest line of support or resistance that we're going to have on this entire chart. So it's entirely possible, just like right here, when we lost it for a short period of time, that we regain it. And it's possible that this thing, this entire play that we're talking about, possibly happening right here, gets invalidated because we're not going to be able to sneak past this 25 line. That is an entire possibility. However, if this thing plays out the way that it looks like it's supposed to play out, then this is the downside action that we're getting. And hopefully that leads to a little more downside action, but the odds of that are slim. The odds are that we will then do, since we've done that, we'll stop here at the bottom and we'll do this. And that will take us through. And by the way, guys, punch the clock on this shit right here, just in case, just in case. But here's where I'm going to say we are when it goes live. That we're going to be right in here. Let's just X this sumbitch right there and say that I'm saying we're going to be at 24. Let's call it 24. We're going to be at 23.5 or 24. 3 zeros, 23.5, 3 zeros, 24. There, I'm calling it. Let's see what happens. But that's exactly what this looks like. Now, here's the other part. Y'all remember this crazy shit right here? Because that's about to happen again. And that's what's going to happen right out here. And it's going to be even more epic, and it's going to be even bigger than what we saw originally. Now, that's going to be kick-ass to see that whole thing play out. Okay, so this is what we've got. This is what we're dealing with. So let's just relax, take it a little bit easy, wait a couple days, and then guess what? We're going to be on our way, and we'll be seeing exactly what you guys have been waiting to see all this time. So good evening, Tony B. Wizard Cell, what is going on? Bought the last Luna dip. All right. MK back in the house. If only we had Sonny and Quinn, this would be an Into the Badlands party. Crypto Surfer in the house. What's going on? Volt Army hung like a turtle. It's Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Leonardo, what is going on? Greg, what's happening? Crypto B in the house. Greg DeBross, what is going on? And we are going to one. We're going to $1 soon. I mean, yeah, of course, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it is happening. Drent's Gaming, if I was a woman, I'd kiss you. Well, if I were a woman, I'd yell rape and then be like, LOL, just kidding. And I'd do another shot. RW7610, I believe in Luna, all 32 million of it. Hey man, we're here. It's going to happen. It's about to go crazy, and we'll see how it plays out. Pocahontas is not here again. I don't know. Maybe she's not a fan anymore. It happens sometimes. Luna Classic is blasting off now just as much as Bleeves can stay alive in a movie. Oh, there it is. There it is. Some smart ass in the house. Charles Howes, really enjoy your show. Straight into the point. You're welcome, man. I appreciate it. Crypto Life is the devil. The devil is here himself. Ugh. Maddie B, what's going on? Boss, new member of the channel. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. Repeg Luna Classic with USTC. If they do it correctly, they'll be able to reverse the process to generate Luna excess supply. I don't think we're really worried about that. I think that's just going to be some icing on a very nice cake that we're going to have at a point in the future. because I think that the plan with 1.2% is already pretty sufficient to drive down an enormous amount of supply. And a lot of people complain about Binance. A lot of people complain about KuCoin. A lot of people are complaining because, listen, bitching is free. You know what I mean? Like there's no capital involved in crying like a little bitch. So everybody's able to do it, right? But it doesn't mean that they're accurate, that they're right. Doesn't mean that anything that they're saying is correct. So I wouldn't put too much into it. And I wouldn't be worried. And that repegging will come when it comes, most likely December. So we're gonna be waiting for that for a while. Let's see how the market moves over the next little bit. Let's hope we get a little bit more of this dip. We get this dip. We get maybe improve some of our positions a little bit, and then, by the way, I hope everybody at this point is staking. I don't have it all staked, by the way. As you know, I'm still right here, 10 million staked. I've got 63,000 in rewards in my wallet. I have 213,943 additional, and then I have 480 USTC. And you know what? Matter of fact, I wonder this KRTC. How many Luna Classic could I get for all of those? Only 10. Ew. Fuck that token. That token's bullshit. USTC, we got 480 of them, and we could get 54,000 more. And by the way, just so everybody understands, the burn, when we're talking about the burn, something that I forgot to point out to people that's probably kind of important or will be important at some point in the future, is that includes USTC. So MEXC, when we're on chain burning, it's going to be burning the USTC too. So it is in fact highly likely that your USTC is going to have some very decent value pretty soon. So right now, again, looking at this, if I pull whatever I'm doing with my staking and shit like that right now, there's 216 more USTC. So it is possible that between that and the 480 in my wallet, that could be just an easy $700 at this point. You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm delegating it to these guys and letting this whole thing play out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what some of this stuff is, by the way. I just have all these different tokens. I'll figure them out at some point, but who knows? I mean, it looks like USTC, and then Korean, and then it looks like European, Swedish, the Minotaurs, I guess. I have no fucking clue. Australian, Great Britain, I don't know. Canada, Japan, Norway. So there's a bunch of different. They're Denmark right here, Hong Kong. So there's a bunch of different stable tokens. I mean, maybe there'll be something, maybe they won't. I have no idea. But guys, you gotta be present and remember this right here. This is where we are. This is what's most likely to play out. 3 zeros, 23.5, or 3 zeros, 24 is where we're going to be when it starts pumping. But when it starts pumping, here's what you got to remember. Remember, we had our original conversation. I told you that this symmetrical triangle here was playing out, and it played out to perfection right there. Then I said another one's forming right here. It's getting kind of crazy, and it's probably going to lead to this move. And it led to this move. And I said it was going to be a move that took like 4 days to complete. It took a day to complete. Then we got into the downward bull pennant, and then it did the same thing again. Now, I got a feeling that we're going to see like all of this shit right here without the bull pennant added in. So I got a feeling that we're going to see this right here, followed by Control V, followed by this, followed by this, and that would take us to about the 25th to the 26th, and then this. All right. So this is literally what I think is about to happen. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a long way. It's an incredibly long way for like all of this to really kind of play itself out in any sort of appreciable way. You know, when you get here, you got to think right here for somebody like me who has what do I have? 10 million. So I got 10 million, right? That's $20,000 right there. That's $10,000 right here. That's $20,000 right here. So is there a mechanism by which this burn could continue to push it all the way up here in a reasonable amount of time? Reasonable being by the end of the year. I don't know that there is. Guys, you have to be honest with your assessment of where we are and what the possibilities are. And just to get to a penny right now, it's right here, right? And you got to have some perspective on this, right? And we are right there. So there is no crypto. There's no crypto that moves. I mean, that's a long way. I think that is a really, really long way. It would take some just absolute crazy diamond-handed shit happening for this to end up at a penny before the end of the year. So, let's be reasonable, and let's just hope that we're getting massive amounts of burn. If we get massive amounts of burn, then even getting halfway there is just tremendous. I mean, that's just a tremendous move, right? By the same token, let's also remember when we are doing this, let's take our position right now, and let's say that we're at 0.3029, right? And then let's say I picked the wrong goddamn tab and start with that dumb shit. All right, so we're going to take Luna Classic, and we're at 1.8 billion market cap, okay? With nothing but getting this to 10 billion market cap. That would be about a 5.5x. 5.5 from here puts us at 0.001, right? So I feel like a 10 billion market cap is coming, and then I feel like the burn is going to be significant. So by the time this is done, I may even be able to say that another like quick run is going to be up into this area. Like, it's entirely possible. Like guys, everything is on the table at this point. Okay, it just depends on the burn. So, and the thirst is there. The thirst is there. You got to think of it. Nothing is going on today other than people who used to be, who people who want to get settled. They're getting settled in for this run, right? The whales will start to accumulate. You'll start to see it. Now, the other thing is they're also going to shake it out. And that's what we're talking about in this right here. You're watching. This is a shakeout. So what's happening here? Shakeout, shakeout, shakeout. Now you got a whole bunch of people that have very small vocabularies that are now saying stuff like, it's never going to run. It's never going to go anywhere. I'm going to lose everything. You know who they are. Don't act like you don't. But, they're going to start crying. They're going to start bitching. They're going to start moaning. And they're going to get out, right? And then when that happens, it's going to be a mistake. But it's going to be their mistake to make. And we're going to be here for it. So, that's where we are, right? Now, if we can, I want to catch up on just a few more things that I got that I got working here. And guys, I know that some of you are looking for, like, when are we going to go to 10 cents? When are we going to get to a penny? When are we going to get to $1? I don't know the literal answer to that. I just know that it's going there and that it will get there. The amount of time will take just a little bit. Here's the thing. Didn't the whale buy at Binance today $1.5 million of Luna Classic? No, he bought on the 14th. He bought 2 days ago, and he's a guy who was barely talking about Luna Classic at any point. And as soon as he talked to CZ Binance at the Binance party in Paris, he bought in. So he's definitely, look, man, this shit is going to go crazy. These people understand. These people know. They're going to have these moments, right? Where they get together. Whales do this. They figure it out and then they move on it. And then we're all going to be sitting there like, holy shit. And that's what he's doing right now. The dude made $69,000 doing a swing trade on this stuff just not that long ago. Like he just cashed out like 69 grand or something like that. Reduced his bag just a little bit, whatever it was. So things are going to get crazy and we're going to be here for it. That's all I can say. And hopefully Monday, Vegas and Edward Kim will be on the channel and they will be talking about it before the launch. I'm waiting for Vegas to confirm with me. He has not said for sure. As soon as I said, let's do this, he said, yeah, let's do it. And then he was like, let me check my schedule just to make sure. And now I'm waiting for them to call back or get back to me. So, we'll see what happens. I hope that they come in. It'll be kind of cool if they do. If they don't, we're still going to be here. We're still going to be doing what it is that we do. But, I mean, you guys have to have just a little perspective on how really far away I'm just dragging that it is to get here to a penny. It is an enormous move. If we go look at the day chart, by the way, and then Alt R, if you go look at the day chart, then, you can kind of see here, it's entirely possible, if we can get a couple of these candles in a row, I mean, shit, it's going to be crazy stuff. So the best thing to do right now is just have a little patience. And then first of all, we do have to see the math. We have to see the math play itself out. All we can do right now is speculate on the math. And without really getting 1.2% burn on Binance, without knowing the sheer volume, without all of the technicals that we need in place so that we can do a proper analysis, we don't really know what the effective burn rate is going to be. And if the effective burn rate is, let's just say this. Let's just say that the effective burn rate is 50 billion tokens a day. Then in 10 days, we'll have burned 500 billion. In 100 days, we would have burned 5 trillion. So, start doing the math. Like, there's an enormous amount of supply that we're going to be working on. It will take some time for it to burn, but we're going to be here for it. So now, in the meantime, let's move on to the other thing, which is I got a contest going on. So if any of you are interested in this, there is a 100 ETH giveaway on my Twitter page. Matter of fact, I'll put these in chat right now. But this is, if you want $100 in Ethereum, we are doing a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway tomorrow right there. And that's going to be, in order to enter, you're going to have to like this thread, retweet it, join the BTFA, which is Banana Task Force 8, join their Discord, and then you must follow at Banana TFA and follow me. And then tomorrow at 8 a.m., I'm going to do a drawing, and anybody who's done that down here will be qualified for the drawing. And it's only a couple people so far. So also, going back over here, I have another drawing going away where I am giving away 1,500 Deconnect. And if you're not familiar with Deconnect right now, that is it's an educational platform that I am partnered with. and it is right here. And it offers you courses and rewards for educating yourself on cryptocurrency by taking lessons and classes, and then you can score more cryptocurrency by doing that. So that being the case, it's already a use case. It's already up and running. It doesn't need anything else in order to make it go. And that has us right here. It's trading right now at 6.7 cents. So basically, it's $100 worth of DeConnect. $418,000 market cap, just launched 2 or 3 days ago. And, just imagine it goes to a 10, 15, $20 million market cap. This is an opportunity for you to get a 10x, a 20x, a 30x off of $100. So, 1,500 DeConnect giveaway to enter. Like this thread, retweet the thread, and then tag 3 friends in the thread. Winners will be announced in 24 hours. So there is an opportunity for you to get some extra crypto. And like to see you hold on to it, like to see you be there with me at the end on DeConnect, because I am a partner. And that icon up in the top above the Volt one right there, that is DeConnect. And I'm going to be partnered with them for a long period of time. Tonight, I was just doing content for them. They are listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap already. And in the next couple days, we're going to see the first listing, the first big listing. I mean, what exchanges, et cetera, they're going to be on. And there's also some other things where, like, for example, anybody who is partnered with any other token, anybody who's in with these other tokens, like, for example, Volt. What if there was a spot on DeConnect's website where you could earn Volt tokens by participating in trivia, Volt-specific trivia, so that you, as a new investor, could learn a little bit about Volt and get a little bit of Volt in your bag? Or the same thing with BTFA, or the same thing with Hulk Inu. Any one of these could make that happen. So if you're interested, by all means, go check that out. I can tell you this, that I have a belief in both of those projects, and I think they are going to have big runs. I am sure that BTFA has a $300 million market cap in it. I am sure that DeConnect has at least a $50 million market cap in it. I would like to say 300 million because they have a lot of muscle behind it. It's an educational platform. I'm not sure how well educational platforms take off. This is one of the first. This is literally one of the first in this space that is a true educational platform. So and I already did content for them tonight, by the way. So I've got an entire volume that's coming out pretty soon. So that being said, let's take a quick look, by the way, at DeConnect is up on the day. Phoenix 40.97, Wagme Games 25.50, Saitama 16.27, Hulk 57.18, Terra 90.18, Volt 81.99, Shift 48.09, Boxa 47.47, and MetaMonkey AI continues to underperform. Now, I really kind of thought there'd be something more happening in a little bit, that it would come, I was thinking that it would do just a little better than, you can see right here, it's got that Saitama curve at this point. And I don't think that it is, by the way, going to end up in that same kind of realm where it's struggling to meet those investors or anything like that. I have a feeling that as soon as this market makes just any kind of move or turnaround, that we're going to see a gigantic reversal. Because again, the same as BTFA, the same as what I was saying before, there's a lot of muscle and there's a lot of money behind MetaMonkey AI, and there's a lot of tech behind it. So what we're seeing right now is basically an aberration and probably a product of the market sentiment right now. Doesn't look good, but I continue to have this weird level of faith because remember, this was 1,000 ETH in the pre-sale. And listen, just so you guys know, I reached out to one of the people and I said, hey, 1,000 ETH pre-sale, that's a lot. And they said, well, Phantom, it was different when it was Phantom because it was 3,000 ETH at the time or 3,300 ETH at the time. Look, 1,000 ETH is 1,000 ETH. You pre-sold 1,000 ETH. People took a whole bunch of profit off of it. And now it's wrecked all the way down. So, guys, when I tell you shit, listen. That's all I'm saying. When I tell you shit, listen. Phew. But yeah, so and guys, listen. Luna Classic has more downside to go. We need a couple more days. Look, if you want the magic run to happen, then we need the magic burn to happen. And if you settle today at this right here, 29, and we do $3 billion in volume, then you're going to get basically $8.7 million in which to do buybacks. And that's not enough. That's not enough. By the time you do all this, you're look, the amount of money is not enough at this level. You got to have this level. This is where you want it. Now, my gut instinct tells me again, that's where we're going to be when this settles. 23.5 to 24. That we got some more downside because this is playing out this way, and it'll come right through here. So then it's going to turn around. Then it's going to start going crazy. So it's only a matter of time right now. So anyway, that is my time, guys. That's my half hour. I want to just come in here and I want to make sure you guys understand. You're going to see more downside because the market is the market, and the market says right now that everybody wants a little bit more Ethereum. Everybody wants a little more Bitcoin. I know that for a lot of us, the thing that moves the needle and the thing that moves the market for us right now is Luna Classic, and maybe even what's going on with Luna, right? Just because it's part of that ecosystem and we want to see, what's going on with it. But you have to understand that Bitcoin wants to pump right now. You can see it right here. Ethereum wants to pump right now. You can see it right there. The DXY continues to decline. If this DXY continues to go down and we continue to see downside on that, then you're going to see Bitcoin continue to pump and Ethereum continue to pump. And then you're going to see Luna Classic continue to dump until it stops. And when you see this DXY start to make different moves, and by the way, don't watch it the way I'm watching it right now on the hour charts. You can watch it on the minute charts and shit like that to kind of get an idea and see if it corrects to the upside for a long period of time or if it just goes back to the downward. But that downward pressure, we need a lot more downward pressure on the DXY. And if we can get that, then we're going to continue to see some pump in the Bitcoin and Ethereum markets. And, there's a lot of people that are sitting on Ethereum or Bitcoin waiting for that next move. So, we're at the whim of the whales at this point. There's a lot of retail in here, but we still have to deal with whatever the whales want to do. And right now, they want to scare you out. So that being said, don't you jeet yourself out of this thing. Don't put yourself in a negative or bad position because you get scared. This market is ours for the taking. All you have to do is remain faithful to the process and let this thing play out. You guys are going to be fine. We're all going to get rich off of it. And this thing's going to just blow the fuck up. Okay? And with that being said, let's close that out for the dramatic effect. This is not financial advice. My name's Bleaves. I am always right, and that drives people crazy. But fuck those guys. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you again tomorrow.